60-second delay. That's fine. I will learn to deal with it. And I am going to fix this. Where was I? Yeah. So what we're doing is we are going to be creating a game based on an old game that I liked when I was a kid. And I thought it might be fun to use this as a tutorial for Ruby and Rails, and just see like what we can do to really get used to working with AI and having AI be a tool that helps us as opposed to hinder us and make us go faster. And I'll be publishing all the stuff, all the notes and stuff like this. There'll be, links in the description and on the Twitch channel. But what we're going to do is I set up a project, and a project in Claude. I'm using Anthropic's Claude AI. And what I want to do is set a project like just instructions for every single prompt that we do inside this project, and the project knowledge and stuff we can add to it. And so we're going to set the project instructions, right? All right. We're going to create a web-based science fiction strategy game using Ruby on Rails. After we generate a specification, always look at the attached GitHub repository and the artifacts in this project. Artifacts are like documents that are part of this project. Always ask me any questions you may have before starting. Always look at the attached repository to see the status of the project before starting. When generating code, generate tests first and then code in an iterative manner with the smallest steps possible. These should be written in a step-by-step tutorial format. This project should also serve as a good tutorial project for someone who wants to learn Ruby on Rails. This project should use Ruby on Rails, obviously, RSpec for testing, SQLite for the database, and TailwindCSS. RSpec is our standard testing base. SQLite I want to use because SQLite is just your single serve SQL database. I'm not doing anything so weird that I need to use Postgres for, right? And moving from Postgres to other way around. Moving from MySQL to Postgres is pretty straightforward. It's not something I'm too worried about, so that's cool, right? TailwindCSS because I've not really used TailwindCSS in the past, and I would like to. So there is that. All right. What else? I totally tell technology I do want to use. Any other technologies I don't really need right now. I'm not going to be using React or JavaScript front end. I'm going to be using the built-in Rails stuff, Rails views, which is a good thing easy thing to learn. I don't want to use any weird, I think weird. This project is also a good demonstrator that, like, hey, you can do a lot just with a CRUD app, Cool. And I'm going to do this. My skills are that I am very familiar with Ruby and Rails, but am much less skilled with HTML and CSS. Cool. Those are the instructions. Cool. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to pull up here, I want to make a new repository. We're going to call this Voidfront. Public repo, license, I don't know, Apache 2? I can change that later, I guess. I'm going to create the repository, right? And I'm going to, oops, did not mean to hit that. I'm going to take the link to that repository. And here, I'm going to add to GitHub, add from GitHub. Voidfront. Add files. That is not what I want to do yet. I'll do that later. I'll link. I think I'm doing that wrong. I'll link it later. I want to use extended thinking. Cool. All right. So now we got the project knowledge in there. I am going to set up the first prompt, and let me just get my notes here. Where are you? Cool. And I'm basing this a lot of Harper's blog. Harper Reed's blog. They did a lot of cool writing about how they use AI in their workflow, and I'm kind of mirroring it and just kind of like fixing things and adding them to kind of fit how I work better, right? And so here we go. Our first prompt. Ask me one question at a time so we can develop a thorough step-by-step spec for this idea. Each question should build on my previous answers, and our end goal is to have a detailed specification I can hand off to a developer. Let's do this iteratively and dig into every relevant detail. Remember, only one question at a time. Okay? Do not generate the spec until you have checked with me. And again, this is going to be a extended thinking with explanatory tone, and we are going to send it. So the extended thinking gives us a thought process and then the response. I'd be happy to help you create a web-based science fiction strategy game using Ruby on Rails. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. So the GitHub repository link is here. It is currently empty. Oh, okay. I forgot to put one thing in the project spec, and I'm going to do that right now. I do not want to use devise, pundit, or can. These are gems that I don't want to use in my thing. Cool, so we're back here. RSpec. All right, clean slate. Yes, it is a clean slate. What is the basic premise, setting, and main objectives players will have? The game will play similarly to the old BBS Store games, Solar Realms Elite and Barren Realms Elite. I am naming the game Voidfront Realms Elite. Cool. else do I want to say? What do I want to say about this? I want a game that involves resource management, territorial conquest, and character development. All right. The player is in charge of a solar empire, starting with 1-star system and must expand. Sounds good. We'll let it go along. We can refine as we go along. What key resources? Oh, man. This is just a limited list of resources, but they should include minerals or population, currency, population, food, and currency. This list might change in the future. Star systems should generate resources, and currency will be generated by taxing the population. The human. All right. How are we going to get more star systems? Essentially asking how we get more star systems. I think that the process to adding star systems should be the following. The Empire must build a scout ship to explore to find new planets. Once a suitable planet has been found, a colony ship must be built, loaded with population and resources, sent to the planet, and the ship is consumed. Nope. What's suitable? No, we're not. So things I think I am conflating planet and system. System has been found. A colony ship with population and resources sent. Wrong tense. Sent to the planet, to the system. And then the ship is consumed to gain control over the star system. I think that the character. So I want the character to be embodied, the player to be embodied in this character that can, that has a, that can level up and pick skills. Right. We want to be able to choose some kind of a tree so that not all characters are the same, and based on how the person wants to play the game. All of those specializations sound good. We should add research. Search and potential to add other specializations in the future. These specializations should give small bonuses to the player and their activities. Term structure. So the thing is, the way this game usually works is that a maintenance is run once a day, and that resets the amount of things a player can do. So I want the game to have real-time and asynchronous elements. Some things happen in real time for the player, but considering the game is asynchronous, other things happen simultaneously during the daily game maintenance phase. Things like the length of time it takes to construct a building takes place in real time, but things like resource collection and tax collection and expense paying take place once a day during maintenance. Ooh, this is a good question. I want there to be multiplayer elements where players can form alliances and engage in diplomacy. PvP war should be limited because I think that the theme of the game should be survival against a PvE opponent that remains mysterious. That idea I just got tonight. Before it was going to be purely PvP. division. W. Whoops. Yeah, so main dashboard. I don't want to deal with that. Sorry. Well, I'll just go. I'm also going to grab some drink. There's some talking I'm doing here. So taking a little quick break to get something to drink. I'm back. Got some ginger ale. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I would like an ongoing persistent. That sounds reasonable. All right. Pouring myself a drink because my mouth's getting dry. Cool. Let me look at my other design build that I thought about. I already have like a semi-prototype built. I want to take a look at that. Look at that schema. That sounds reasonable to me. Yeah, all right. Star system should have a name, a status, a type, and this type will determine its max population, max number of buildings. Buildings will be built on a built-in system. They will allow for, in general, they will allow for resource collection. And in special cases like a starport, what do you call a starport? Like a shipyard or defense platform, or defense platform. Give the system special abilities. It's just funny because I gave this concept to a different chat with where it's going in a totally different direction from what I thought. Yes to both questions. Yeah, I think that in general, ships can be divided into various types, from such as destroyer, cruiser, destroyer. Ooh. Let us go to the internet to look at some inspiration for science fiction ships. No, that's not what I wanted. Such as corvettes, frigates, destroyers, light cruisers, heavy cruisers, battle cruisers, battle ships, dreadnoughts. The player should be able to customize their ships. all that you have listed. This is going to be the hardest part, is letting people design their ship types and figure out what kind of weapons and how many they can put on there. And associated tech tree. It's still weird that he refers to me as the human. Okay. There will be a technology tree, and people can select a technology to research. Text will require a number of research points. These research points are generated by research buildings. I don't know how this threat will evolve or escalate. It will be an alien threat, perhaps some ancient precursor race. I don't know yet. We can put a pin in this as we will figure it out later. Yeah. There's a lot of figuring out later here, let me tell you. Battles between empires should resolve. Actions taken by the precursors should also resolve. Random events should generate and take effect as well. All right, looks like it's got a spec for us. I can't. Oh, how should important events? There should be an in-game 2 mobile responsiveness. Yes. 3. Yes, but we can go over this later. Oh, forgot the 4th one, but we'll figure that out. Here we go. Cool. Make down a specification. And I'm going to put this in my Notion. I'll link the Notion for us. Publish do. Yeah. Don't need to publish it because I'm going to copy it. I'm going to dump into my Notion. Cool. All right. Don't want to do that yet. Let's do this. Project knowledge, add GitHub, Voidfront. Copy the project. And so that means we have it here as well. I don't want to get my chats too long, right? Because that hits the API usage limit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new chat. I'm going to set it to extended thinking, explanatory. And oops. Oh, actually, let me go back to here. I'm going to do that. Ask this here. Now, Saints game wants to do this. Make sure we're turning on extended thinking. That turns off by itself. It's gonna make some schemes for us and some ideas. Man, so good. Perfect. So I'm going to take this and save it in the Notion. As, oops. Cool. I have that. That is ready to go. Got models and things like that. The next step is to come up with some prompts. Take a look here. Core model, star system. Yep. I don't want to write, like, have it generate too far, because then, you know, what if things changes? Things are always going to change, right? Right. Once you have a solid pen, break it down to small iterative chunks that build on each other. Look at these chunks and then go another round and break it into small steps. So let's change that into the small steps possible. Safely strong testing, but bring it up to the project. Iterate so we feel the steps on the right side of this project. Steps are small. Complexity. Next, let's put things together. Use markdown. Make sure that as you write this, we are writing tests first and then code. This might take a hot second. This might eat my API calls. But this is the big stuff, and like the little stuff is less so. Break it. It's thinking the numbers are going. But did I break it? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Well, oh, it's going. It's going. All right. As it's going, I'm gonna just grab myself another drink. I'm back. Prop one. Cool. Well, this looks really good. TailwindCSS, step 4, user authentication system, session management, authentication protection. This is fantastic. We're like, these are some really good instructions. And yeah, balanced approach. Like, this is going to be like, we're going to hit like MVP. We're aiming for 100% test coverage. Who are you kidding about? All right, cool. So what I want to do is I'm going to say, I'm going to copy this. This is the blueprint. Yeah, I'm going to put this in my Notion. Call it VFE. What do I call it? VFE blueprint. Yeah, and so like this is great because I can stream and make individual videos for each step of this, each prompt implementation. It's gonna be so great. So let me do this. Can you turn your last response into an artifact? Yes, it is a good use. This will be good because I know I haven't yet, but I just feel that I'm nearing the edge of my AI cap with Claude here in Anthropic. And I know that some of these are going to change. The value of this is that the questions that it asks me really helps develop my own thought about what I want to build. And because it knows the build in the context of how I want to build it, it's very good at breaking things down to small chunks to give me an idea of what to do next. And I think that that's important. That's like way important. That it can help me break down my tasks. I think that with any kind of code problem, where do you start? Where do we begin? What's the right thing to do? What do we do first? And leveraging AI to help us figure out where to start, we can kind of concentrate on the things that are fun and things that are not. So anyway, thanks for watching. This has been fantastic. I'm going to stream these more regularly. I'm probably going to stream just one kind of story at a time. We'll add videos to this one at a time. And this will be great. We'll see how this game turns out. Thanks for stopping by. Please like, please subscribe, please follow, please do all the things. Have a good night.